There's no motors there. Here.
They're coming out new, man.
Are they? Right. Okay.
Go on then. All right. Go.
I know, mate. I'm sorry. Thanks for looking out for me. That is very Christian. Hey, that's more Christian than this lot.
They would have seen you got run over, man.
Jehovah's Witnesses are paying out millions in the court for having allowed little children to be molested by other Jehovah's Witnesses. All we ask is that the elders cooperate with the police, cooperate with social services, phone the police, and stop covering up all this child molesting. That's all we ask. Where's my cameraman?
Sure,
put it
on
on
your phone.
Jehovah's Witnesses are regularly covering up child molesting. We ask that when your elders, when they get complaints of the child molesting, that they don't sit the little girl down or little child down. Sorry. We ask that they don't sit the little child down with the guy who's molested her, the Jehovah's Witness. No. We ask that they phone the police, phone the social services. Yes, and when they go to court for standing up for witnessing about Jehovah's Witness paedophiles, we ask that they cooperate with the police. We ask that they fully cooperate with the police and stop saying no comment. Stop saying no comment. Stop saying it's confidential. We ask that you Jehovah's Witness men stand up like Jesus, imitate Jesus. Please imitate Jesus, you Jehovah's Witness men, and protect these poor little children from being molested. You phone the police, you phone social services, you inform the authorities, you tell your elders you're not prepared to sit back and continue to let little children's lives be ruined. Please imitate Jesus, please. It's alright, Steve, would you have here?
I'll give you a light, haven't I?
I'm dying to go to the toilet.
Oh, it's doing that? You've got water there.
Hey mate, you couldn't let a 58-year-old man please use your toilet, could ya? He's thirsty. Can you imitate Jesus and let me go inside?
Derek!
Toilet?
Derek!
Toilet? Please mate.
Derek!
Should they let someone who's 58 suffer?
Shut up, man. This is it.
You think he's imitating Jesus, not letting them use their toilet?
Hey, this is long time away, but go on.
All we ask is that you stop covering up all this child molesting. We're fed up with the elders putting little children down in front of the guy who's molested her and asking her where she was touched, how many times she was
fed
touched.
up with it.
And then asking for two witnesses, the two-witness rule, you know, the one in the shepherd in the flock of God book. You elders know all about it, don't you?
Gary? Oh.
Yeah, these elders know all about the two-witness rule, because when they get that little kiddie, and after they've got some kind of enjoyment out of going over this poor little kiddie where she was touched, how many times she was touched, and sorry, yeah, you're a coach driver, are you, mate? Oh, you're a coach driver. Which company do you work for, mate? Which company? I'll advertise it for you. I'll tell your company how you don't like people talking out about child molesting. No, your company don't mind taking people around and children for little days out. I hope all you drivers, are you drivers vetted, are you? Are you? Like school teachers and dinner ladies? Jehovah's Witnesses ain't, you know. No, they're not vetted. Anybody can. Anybody. Jehovah's Witnesses regularly cover up child molesting. Yeah, Google it. Don't take my word for it, just Google it. Yeah, I might be lying about it. I might be lying that Watchtower Bible and Tract Society are paying out millions in the United States. A case called Candice Conti. He was given $28 million because Watchtower Bible and Tract Society allowed her as a little girl to be passed about amongst Jehovah's Witness elders and ministers civil servants, yeah. They all turned a blind eye and kept their mouths shut. Watched our Bible and Tract Society. And now they've had to pay out $28 million for allowing a little girl's life to be ruined. How much would you want if they ruined your little kiddie's life, eh? Off a multi-billion pound company, who sends people to your door to try to get, Watchtower and Awake and all the other books in your hand, how much would you want if they ruined your little kiddie's life, How much money has Watchtower Bible and Tract Society got? They're paying out millions, yeah, having allowed little children to be molested. Elders kept quiet, elders covered it up, and especially when the child molester was the son of an elder, oh yeah, they kept it quiet then. When it was the son of an elder, they kept it very, very quiet. And when it was a governing body member, at the top of the tree, it watched our Bible and Tract, they kept it very, very quiet. I'll tell you what happened, shall I? These lovely, dedicated Jehovah's Witnesses, who could speak Finnish, they were really wanted to translate from Finnish into English. They were greatly sought after. So every day they would go along to the wellness quarters of Jehovah's Witnesses in Brooklyn. They would take along their little son with them, a 6 or 7-year-old, and they would go off and do their important work of translating from Finnish into English. And they would let that little boy play in the garden, they're safe in the governing body, God's house, playing in the gardens in the day, aren't they?
Are your elders?
Yeah, aren't they? They should be. Do you know what happened? One of the governing bodies got that little boy racing.
I don't want them at the door.
A governing body member, one of your governing bodies. And you know what Watchtower Bible and Tract Society did? They kept it all quiet. They paid out millions for safety. They had to go to the slush fund for that one. A few bob here, a few 100,000 there. Yeah, they covered it up. And you know where he is now? This guy who raped a little kiddie in the house of God, he was given a golden handshake from Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, living in California by the beach. Yeah, doing very well, thank you very much. That's what Jehovah's Witnesses do. They cover up child molesting, and they come around knocking on your doors, trying to inculcate your children into a mind-controlled cult. You're an elder, are you? Think it's funny little children get molested, are you? How many child molesters have you hidden over the years, eh? You think it's funny, do you? Yeah, let's all have a laugh. Who thinks it's funny when their little children get molested? It all gets covered up. Please put your hands up if you think child molesting is funny. These elders think it's funny, they're laughing their heads off at me. Yeah, laughing they are. Child molesting's very funny to Jehovah's Witnesses elders. They find it extremely funny. That little children's lives get ruined. Still, they are the very same guys who cut little children off from mummy and daddy and nanny and granddad and everybody they ever know who's a Jehovah's Witness in the world. If a Jehovah's Witness talks to a Jehovah's Witness who is being kicked out for smoking or for kissing or, I don't know, or for whatever.
Even going to the police?
If another Jehovah's Witness talks to them, they get the same treatment, they get kicked out. And mummy and daddy won't talk to them. That's the threat they have on these people. If one of these people stood up
They're not allowed to talk to them?
I no longer believe in the generation that will by no means pass away until all these things have occurred. I no longer believe in that this funny lap over generation. I don't quite get it. If they did that and they said, right, I want to be now a Catholic, I want to be a Baptist, I want to go to church with these, you know what they do? They kick them out and cut them off from every known witness ever. That's the whole Watchtower Bible and Tract Society have over people. If you leave us, mummy and daddy will disown you, nobody will talk to you, no one is a witness. No, they've got to treat you as if you're dead, as if you've died. And if they show one little bit sympathise. If they show one little bit that they maybe mourn their poor dead friend, if they show one slightest bit of, Christianity, they get done and kicked out. Jehovah's Witnesses regularly cover up child molesting. Elders know who these child molesters are. When elders send their children to the toilet, they know who the guys who molesting little children are. They watch their children, they take their children to the toilet. But not so the ordinary Jehovah's Witness. He sits in that audience with his family and his little children, thinking that everybody in here is safe to be with little children. Yeah. And then they have to run the gauntlet of all these known paedophiles hiding in Jehovah's Witnesses organisation. We feel sorry for the children. The only reason I'm here today, visiting Bournemouth, is to warn the children and young parents to keep an eye on their children when they go to the toilet, because Jehovah's Witnesses are covering up child molesting. They're paying out millions in the court. Jehovah's Witness children are at risk. Please protect your children. Ask the elders. Go up and ask the elders. Excuse me, Mr. Elder. So you take a spiritual lead looking after Jehovah's sheep. Can you please tell me how many child molesters there are in my congregation, so as I can protect my little children when they go to the toilet? Yeah, go and ask them that. Go ask those Jehovah's Witness elders. Please tell me who the child molesters are in my congregation, so as I can watch my little child when they go to the toilet, and I can keep an eye on the fella, so as he doesn't molest my baby. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Camera's still on, by the way. Camera's still getting them all coming out.
Jehovah's...
Dry mouth. Dry mouth. What?
Jehovah's Witnesses, it was a mystery to me. I was a Jehovah's Witness for 30 years, if anybody's guessing. I was a Jehovah's Witness until I found out that there was all kinds of child molesting going on. And it shook me. And I researched it on the internet. I found out it was Jehovah's Witnesses are covering up child molesting. And when I went to the elders and said stop it, they said shut up. You know, when I was a little boy, my mum used to say to me, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I can't shut up, it's so unjust. Little children are being molested and it's all being covered up by men who say they worship, they say they imitate Jesus. They say they imitate Jesus. It's a lie. You're right, it is a lie. They do not imitate Jesus. Not the Jesus I know. He wouldn't cover up child molesting, no, not Jesus. He would go right in there, in the temple, and turn the tables over. He didn't like people taking advantage of the common man. No, he went in there, he took their tables over. You stop it. Yeah. Jesus wouldn't stand back and cover up child molesting. Would Jesus sit a little kiddie down who said that had been molested by a fellow Jehovah's Witness? Would Jesus sit that little kiddie down in front of the guy who's molested her and then say to the little girl, how many times were you touched? How did it feel when you touched? How far were your legs apart when you were touched? These elders do that to poor people. Poor little children, that's what they do. How far were your legs apart? Determine the degree of sin. It's not a sin, it's a crime. Child molesting is a crime. We ask that you elders report it to the police, report it to social services, report it to anybody, but don't keep it quiet, don't cover it up. No. Report
Isn't that nice?
And when you're pulled in the court, all the bits of paper and all the secret stuff, cooperate with the police. Don't tell the police, no, I can't. confidential. I'm a priest of the Most High God.